Have you ever stopped and truly asked yourself why people keep falling for the same corrupted leaders time and again? Why the crowd that yells justice one day will be the first to hail a figure who openly tramples on rules the next? This isn't just political irony. It's a psychological undercurrent running deep beneath human nature. It reflects something raw, uncomfortable, and often denied about who we are. Look closely and you'll see it's less about the leader's corruption and more about the power dynamics we crave, the chaos we desperately want tamed, even if it means sacrificing morality at the altar of results. Take Najib Razak, Malaysia's former prime minister, accused of siphoning billions from state funds. The evidence was overwhelming, yet his supporters defended him fiercely, not because they were blind, but because they saw him as a necessary force prioritizing national growth over Western-style accountability. Or picture Mussolini in Italy, millions chanting his name, embracing his blatant dismantling of democracy, seduced by the promise of order and strength in chaotic times. This isn't just dusty history. These patterns echo from Rome to Washington, from ancient empires to modern democracies. Even in contemporary politics, politicians with criminal pasts win elections. Studies from Harvard and the University of Chicago reveal a jaw-dropping statistic. Nearly 40% of voters knowingly back corrupt candidates. Why? Because sometimes only the rule breakers seem capable of getting things done in a system bogged down by bureaucracy and inefficiency. This is where Nietzsche steps in, not as a mere observer, but as a profound dissector of human motivation. His concept of the will to power cuts through the noise. It's not just a lust for control over others. It's the primal drive to master one's existence, to impose meaning and order on an indifferent, chaotic universe. Imagine standing on the edge of a precipice, staring down into the abyss, dark, endless, unpredictable. That abyss isn't just physical, it's the existential reality of a meaningless cosmos. Nietzsche argued that human beings aren't primarily motivated by pleasure or happiness, but by the drive to assert power over that chaos, to create structure where none exists. So when life shatters our sense of control, whether through economic crashes, social upheaval, or personal failures, we instinctively reach for anyone who seems to wield power with unshakable certainty. Psychologist Jennifer Whitson's research found that when people feel powerless, they're 40% more likely to see conspiracies or patterns that don't exist. They latch on to leaders projecting absolute confidence, even when those leaders flagrantly break ethical codes. Think hard. When was the last time you admired someone who bent or broke the rules, yet still got results? That internal contradiction isn't hypocrisy. It's human nature wrestling with survival. This psychological pattern isn't limited to politics. It colors celebrity worship, cult followings, and toxic personal relationships. Why do fans cling to celebrities despite scandals? Why do cult members stick to manipulative leaders? Because power, real or perceived, offers a kind of shelter. When someone seems to command chaos, control uncertainty, we want to stand close to that power. It feeds a primal hunger for security, identity, and the illusion of shared mastery. But here's the brutal truth. When we excuse power at the expense of principle, we're playing with fire. Nietzsche warned of the herd mentality, the ease with which societies trade freedom for the seductive glow of strength. History shows us the consequences: empires falling, republics dying, freedoms crushed, all under the illusion that power equates to goodness. Look at Julius Caesar's Rome. The people cheered his rise, seduced by his power to restore order, but in doing so, they lost their republic and the liberties they never fully regained. So next time you find yourself drawn to a charismatic figure, whether a politician, celebrity, or even a close friend, ask, Are you truly respecting their character or just their power? Because the things we tolerate in the powerful, we wouldn't accept in others. Recognizing this harsh truth isn't easy, but it's the first step toward reclaiming your own will to power, not as a blind follower, but as a conscious master of your existence.